Yo, VTX family, we thank y'all for joining us tonight. We have an amazing show for you guys tonight. But before we get to it, I just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to 3BR Distillery. They went ahead and allowed us to get a nice bottle of Sakni, Sochni, whatever you want to call it. But all I'm going to say is it tastes amazing. I think you guys should try it. So if you get a chance, pull up, get yourself a bottle. But without further ado, I don't want to hold up the show any longer. My name is Martin X, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure that while you're here, you go ahead and subscribe to VTX Studios because it'll mean a lot to us, so much, and I thank you. But let's get it started. Jacob Tremont, ladies and gentlemen.
Stumble past the doorman with the ticket price you can't recall. Down on First and Bowery, summer sweat soaks through your clothes. Bartender pours you a drink, brown liquor in a crystal glass. Like a vision, the girl appears. You ask for another and the band counts in. Was a wild summer jamboree. Walk down to the Spring Street station. The girl is standing in the street. Help her hop the turnstile gate. Long dark hair and a Spanish gaze. Talked all the way uptown with words that you no longer say.
To you, she turns and says,
people come and people go. What's up? Good evening. So, if we can just get the tuning correct.
big thanks to our live studio audience.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. These are original songs. This song is called Manises. take your hat off to feel the wind sting. Take your skin off to feel anything. I give up discerning the difference between day and night. It doesn't matter. So turn your headlights off. You know the way back. Avoid the oak trees. Parking lot draws us near. Circumstance, nothing's clear. I give up discerning the difference between day and night. It doesn't matter. Thank you. Very cool. So this next song is going to be an upcoming single. It's called In the Woods. And, well, let's play it. Everyone ready? Yeah. All right, let's hit it. Running through the woods, I forgot my coat. Though the wind is blowing, I'm not cold. And in my nights, I see your face. And in my dreams, it's all the same. So I took my car and I drove it north, where the mountains part till it's far enough. You paint me, can you paint me the colors of the night? Yeah. Yes, in the woods. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're doing okay. And I know I mentioned the rain and everything, but we do have a lot to be grateful for. You know, this time of year, things are getting a little bit back to normal for so many people.
A lot of bit for some other people.
Too much. Single thing, not the guiltiest pleasures of the hornet sting, the chance that I'm standing on the opposite shore, asking the question, did I know who you were? Summer, bright stars, winters, wood smoke, I'll drive my car along the river. Your face. Quoting from books, my friends stand there and wait for me to admit that I made a mistake. But the truth is that I am entirely unsure. I can't say that I'm sorry, can't say what I've learned. Summer, bright stars, winters, wood smoke, I'll drive my car along the river. On tape, am I drifting into dreams? Oh, you, is it too late to forget your face? Yes. Thank you everybody. Let me take a second to introduce the band. These guys are really, really, really talented, if you haven't been able to tell already. So I have a couple thank yous in order, not just to the band, but also to this. But first, let me just introduce this, ladies and gentlemen. This is George Mayer on lead guitar and trumpet and a little mandolin.
Also known as Jidge.
If you see me online, I might be Jidge.
Yes, and then also here on my left and your right, on the bass, electric bass, Ian Kenselar, very talented also. Yes. And we're happy to be joined on the drums by the percussive and always in time, Ramsey Norman. Last but certainly not least, playing on the keyboard And on the trombone is Ben Wisiger. Another thank you, of course, is in order to VTX Studios. I've been tuning into these shows for the past almost 2 months. This is episode 7, and there's been a lot of great acts to come through. If you haven't checked them out, please give them a follow on the YouTube channel so you can see the upcoming stuff for sure. A lot of talent here in the studio. My name's Jacob Tremont. I'm going to take a moment to switch guitars because we have just one more song, and we appreciate you being here and listening. If you have donations, you can. There's something at the bottom of the screen. You can give donations. Stick around. We'll have an interview after the show with Martin X. And so give me a second. I'm going to switch guitars, and this last song we have for you is called Garden. All right. Woo. Everybody ready? Curtains in the hallway. Master's finally asleep. Crying fits and mass hysterics while his father is away. And a girl brought in from the border, bastard child who bears his name. The hidden country of your heart, a wild moor does extend. Find a pattern in the cobbled wall. Pull the handle on the iron door. Pull the handle on the iron door. Sparrow in the garden. The keeper says that he's a friend. Lift the wheelchair out the window. Spring has finally come again. The hidden country of your heart, a wild moor does extend. Find a pattern in the cobbled wall. Pull the handle on the iron door. Pull the handle on the iron door. Stick around, podcast. See you in a little bit, about 20 minutes, right?
So VTX family, we thank y'all for joining us. Yeah, we'll be back with the podcast in a little while. I'll just give us a little bit of time to get ourselves set up. But yeah, I know that what y'all heard tonight has obviously been amazing, and you should definitely stick around because we're gonna have a great conversation. So thank y'all, and make sure you subscribe because I'm watching you. Yo, 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 VTX family, we thank y'all for joining us again. We are down here sitting with Jacob, Tremont, and the rest of the band. Just before we go ahead and start, I do want to give a quick shout out to our drink of the night. I think you would like it. It is Sukni. Not gonna lie, not really sure how to pronounce it. I apologize, but I will tell you this: it is worth a sip. And the band would agree. But let's go ahead and just jump into this podcast here. We thank y'all for joining us once again. VTX, make sure y'all subscribe, all of you watching. But yeah, man, so I thank you guys for sitting down with us tonight. This is really awesome. You guys had a wonderful show as far as any of us in here are concerned. And we, like, you know, are so obliged to just be in front of you guys right now. Like, this is amazing.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us. So just, I guess, to start off, man, like, you know, what made you want to even start music? Like, where did you start?
Yeah, wow, deep, like, origin story.
Origins. Jacob Tremont origins.
Nah, because sometimes, you know, it's like we want to get a little bit of a background to like what brought you to where you are now, and then we will figure out about the rest of y'all. Trust me, I want to figure out about the rest of y'all. But I'd like to see where you started, man.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody who plays music for a long time has some kind of, like, you know, from an early age, there's something that pulled them into it and kept them there.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather played in the U.S. Air Force Band on clarinet.
Okay.
And, like, as a kid, he was the first person who I remember, like, playing for and just being like, you know, he was so excited that I was playing. Like, he was just like, you know, the light in his, like, everything. You know, he was like, you know, keep playing, like, and all that. And, you know, he passed when I was still pretty young, but I always remember that and how the music just transferred. And I have a very musical family on that side. So I started writing songs on guitar when I was like maybe 12 or 13.
Yeah, that's really young.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're 12 or 13, you start to have stuff to write about.
I guess that is true. I mean, I guess I never really thought about that, but that's pretty young though. Dang, so you started that young. Okay, all right. So just to get in a little bit to the rest of the band, I do want to figure out a little bit more about you guys. So how did you hook up with him? Like, how did this come to be?
Well, I've known Jacob since I moved to New Jersey, basically, which is like almost 10 years ago now, which is wild.
He's an honorary Jersey.
I'm honorary.
So we allow you to be here. Thank you. We appreciate your presence.
I've eaten enough pork roll.
Let's go, pork roll, egg, and cheese.
I really have.
And if you call it anything else other than pork roll, see me outside.
But and it seemed like since we met, we just started like getting creative and getting things going and stuff. We've had a band prior to this, and these songs in particular are just, you know, another wave of what's to come, you know, and started, what, how long ago? Like
This project we start in August.
Last August.
Okay. Word, okay.
And, you know,
I showed up and started
he
bothering.
showed it up. He really did. He, you know, I had just gotten down here. I just moved down here to Edison and setting stuff up at my place to make music and record and make stuff. And he hit me up, and I was like, yes, please come down. I would love for anyone to come down.
It was a tough time. I mean, it's a tough time. Just like, he was one of the only people that I was seeing. And he wasn't really seeing anybody else, but we just said, you know, like, we'll do this music.
Stuff
like,
was still,
you know, like
COVID-y and not, you know,
but
whatever.
Like one person, you know, it's kind of like, and how important music is to me. Like, I needed somebody to play with.
For sure.
So.
And we just started playing, and then out of nowhere, the last song you heard, Garden, just happened.
Really? So that was like a random.
And we were just like, well, he'd been working on it, but like it officially had happened. and we were just like, yeah, let's keep rolling with this because this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. Okay. So, introduce yourself as well, and how did you get introduced to Jacob here?
Weird. Yeah, I'm Ian, and I know Jacob through George because we went to school down in New Brunswick, and that was like 2012. And yeah, we've been chilling and making music ever since then, and you know, it's been cool to you know, start a new project and, you know, just like work on some new music with folks, because like George was saying, everything's been closed down.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's also where Ben knows all these cats too from.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
Yeah.
he was also down here at school at the
Rutgers.
same time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rutgers, mutual friends, and
Mhm.
yeah, I think maybe George approached me about playing some horn parts for this project, and then
Yeah.
Jacob suggested just playing some keyboards on some other stuff.
Word.
So
Okay, word. And then yourself, man, how did you get in here?
So I'm Ramsey. I know all these guys from sort of different experiences around the New Jersey music scene. I know Ian because we both live in Jersey City, and met George playing on a gig with another band a few years ago down in Asbury Park. I've seen Ben over at some jam sessions in Jersey City, and I feel like I've probably seen Jacob too around Hoboken. I worked
Okay.
around there and stuff, North Jersey. So yeah, just around the scene, and we just hooked up recently, and it's going great.
Word. I mean, no, that's really awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you, because like you guys have like a unique sound to yourselves that obviously your connection allows it to come out, you know, for people to hear in such an amazing way. And I guess with everything that's been happening the past year, 2 years, you know, it's been pretty difficult for artists to really get their music out there or even perform and things like that. So I'm really interested, like what was something that kept you guys pushing, like through, you know, the tougher times?
Well, this band is you know, this group that you heard tonight is pretty new. I mean, this is the first time that this particular group has played like this. We started rehearsals about 2 months ago, and all of us have only been playing together for about a month. Especially Ben was the last one to join in. And yeah, I mean, I know that everybody here, music has been like critical to getting through what was, you know, through the past year or so. It's been really, really important. You know, for me, and going to see George, and basically writing an album with him, and songwriting new for you.
A little bit.
A little
yeah.
bit.
I mean, he really just kept coming over. I'm kidding.
That was annoying.
No,
I mean, sometimes, although I feel
but
like that's the way to get it
But
done
it was like,
sometimes.
and I really do appreciate that about Jake, is that he kept pushing me, which you know, everybody needs push sometimes, you know, and especially in the songwriting, you know, area for me, I always appreciate a push because I always feel like I cling to stuff almost better than stuff that originates in my brain. But I'm working on that as well. But
It's funny you said that I push you, because we always joke that George is the one. George is the one that's driving everybody, and
I get behind the computer and recording him, and he's like,
well,
come on, let's another take. Come on.
another take. Do it again.
Another one.
Tighten it up.
Come on.
And another one.
And another one.
No,
Oh,
but
it's DJ Khaled.
You're like the Kubrick of sound engineering.
yeah, his living room. But no, I mean, George's attention to detail and his you know, his musical knowledge is very deep. And you know, I'm like, you know, my approach is like as a songwriter, so it's like I just have a concept, or I have some lines and things, and I hear a little melody, you know, throw it together. George is the one, and you know, who honestly has been really like pushing the musical side of it with the horn arrangements, you know, arrangement in terms of like guitar tone. So it's been really a pleasure to work with, to co-produce in such a way where I can focus more on writing, because it takes pressure off me.
Oh, for sure.
And I know I can lean on and trust George with that. And of course trust everybody else to just execute the hell out of the songs, you know, and like once we figure out parts, just nail it. You know, these guys are some of the best musicians in the area, and you know, I'm like really grateful to play with everybody here.
That's the blessing for me on the other side with the musicality, because we've plenty of tracks that we worked on that whole time, and it's got just like me trying to play bass and some like fake drums and stuff. And these guys come along and fill it all out, and it's like we just make the picture happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool to get involved with Jacob with the recording process too, because that was kind of how we first started, like working on this music. He was like, "Hey, I have a tune that I want you to lay down a bass line on," and I was like, "Okay, cool." So I came down and tracked a couple things, and and then like every time I went, he was like, "Hey, I got this other one. And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, we're working on an album."
I
Like,
kind of
all right,
lied
cool.
to you. Yeah,
know?
I got one song.
Like this is
man.
a
I was
whole
like,
thing.
nah.
Okay, great. And then we actually started talking like, well, we gotta get a drummer, and like we were talking before we started this interview, like there's so many cats in Jersey, just drummers, any instrument really, but in drummers in particular, we were like, fuck, who do we call, And yeah, Ramsey just like fit the bill. It's perfect, good vibe. And
I mean, he
good
definitely
hang.
comes with good energy
Yeah.
and positive
Yes.
vibes.
Yeah.
So
And Ramsey can play any style too, man. Great reggae drummer and
So
jazz
man.
drummer.
Word.
That's right. You brought that rhythm to In the Woods. That was really
those
cool.
are,
Yeah.
like, they really transformed when we got into certain songs that didn't necessarily have their set like beat yet and vibe.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the vibe just completely came together.
okay. So I guess I'm also interested because I was just looking at your set list that you guys had here and just noting some of the names of the songs. I'm just like, okay, like you must really like the outdoors because, like you said, In the Woods, Hornet, Garden. I mean, these are all outdoor things. Was there an influence in that area? Like, are you like more of an outdoorsy type of person? Is like a group as well? Like, are you guys, is that like, I don't know. What kind of jumped in my mind was camping.
We were just
I like indoors too.
were we
He said, I like indoors.
were we so
Nice
trapped
step up.
inside that
Yeah.
we were just
Nice mix.
like subconsciously wanting to get outside so bad? Is that what happened?
I can see that.
Oh,
Okay.
were we so? Is it,
No, I mean, honestly, like...
He looked out the window and said, "Huh, I see a garden. Garden."
It was summer when the project started, and it was
was,
summer
yeah.
that was the watershed for it in the sense, like, it was kind of like, honestly, I probably wrote and conceived of probably 70% of the album in the summer months. And especially, like, even though we continued to work and finished the latter half of the album through the fall, the start of it is always kind of like, it was a new sound. I mean, it's a new sound. It's new approach to songs for me. Like I said, I've been writing since I was 13, so there's been some evolution, thankfully,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you don't want to hear those. But
At
No,
13 years
you
old.
do. He has a pretty extensive discography.
no, but actually I
Nice.
hadn't I hadn't written for almost a year and a half, 2 years. I've really barely written maybe just a few songs, and there's been times when I write, a song a week.
Word.
So it was a return, and it was with fresh ideas, fresh approach. And certain things just kind of bubble up. I mean, Manus's was the first one that had the bug thing, and then we just kind of developed that. And Hornet, that happened. It was just a line in the song, but when you think about a name, and it's like, yeah, that Hornet and the bugs. I mean, insects and stuff in the summer. Insects are a big part of the summer, and they all have character. They're like their characters, the sounds they make and the attitude of a hornet or a praying mantis. The first song is actually called Junebug.
Okay.
Yeah, nature. I mean,
I think it's really dope. I like to look at certain things from artists and see, what inspired you to like make it that, like obviously you don't just randomly look at a song or something and just pick a random name, like, oh, that's just it for no reason. Like you don't, like there's still a thought process behind what you name the song or what you make the the project, the album behind. So I think it's really dope. Even if it was subconscious or conscious at all, like whatever it may have been, regardless of the fact you guys have some fucking dope songs. Like,
Thanks.
and like I said, I can't
Thank
keep giving y'all enough grace. Like you guys are amazing. That's all. I just want to keep saying, you guys are really fucking amazing. It's
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
appreciate it.
So, you say you've been writing since 12. Like, first off, that's crazy because like even when I go back and look at what I thought I was gonna do as an artist when I was 12.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
You weren't doing anything though, or?
So I was a little bit. I was writing as like I probably want to say I got into writing around 13, 14. But I was too busy like following all the street rappers out here and everybody from New York and all that. Where I'm just like that was my influence. I'm like, well, you know, I gotta think about this a little bit how I'm writing. But either way, enough about me. I'm more worried about, you know, like what influenced the style of writing and your style of music right now. Like, what was a push for the direction that you're going in with the style of music that you chose? Like, are there other particular artists out there that have maybe driven you as well?
Yeah, lately, because George and I have been working on the project for a while, there's been different phases. When we started it, there was a heavy kind of like Tom Petty thing happening. Believe it or not.
Tom Petty.
A lot of Tom Petty. And then, you know, I started getting heavy into like a certain part of REM, a certain like phase of them. And then later on, like Lucinda Williams.
Oh, okay.
And then more Tom Petty.
And then more Tom Petty.
80s Tom Petty.
Yeah. Yeah. And now I'm moving more into like the Pretenders and like 80s music actually, and like the Replacements and stuff like that. And but yeah, I mean, I just keep listening. I just keep listening to new stuff too. But I bring stuff over to George. We actually went through like a 2-month period where in the winter, in like the coldest part of the winter, where I was just like, we would record, and then I would just hijack George's stereo and play music for him for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Just listen to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there was a lot of stuff he'd never heard before.
Word.
Yep.
Things I was just learning, you know, listening to new, but
Totally.
yeah, a lot of listening.
Okay. Word. That's pretty dope, man. So, I guess, what do you guys have planned for the rest of the year? Like, do you guys have other shows that are coming out? Do you have, is there, I mean, I know obviously you're planning on releasing this entire project, but is there like something else that you plan to do? Any singles, any other singles? I don't know if you guys are looking at music videos, if there's anything going on musically wise that you believe is going on for the rest of the year, or even a little bit further.
Probably some singles.
Okay.
Probably some singles soon. At least, definitely In the Woods. Look for In the Woods very soon.
Yeah, please drop that, because that was
thanks.
definitely, if not my favorite one. I want to say it was between that one and actually Garden, to be quite honest. There's something about those melodies which is fucking amazing to me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And we're gonna have like a couple probably outdoor shows this summer, maybe
Yes.
like in Jersey City or I don't know, anywhere really.
Probably in
Jersey,
Jersey
yeah.
City, yeah. Maybe we
Or-
can get down to the shore. That would be
Yeah,
really
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
We'll see.
Hey, VTX family, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all understand that these guys are performing outside. And so I'm going to need you to either go ahead and get vaccinated, be in those areas, or go ahead and just put your mask on. Either way, be at the event, because obviously what you heard tonight is going to be amplified times 10. But just plug that real quick for them. Let them know they got to step outside, man. Come on, you guys. Like I saw you guys live here. This is fucking amazing. All the rest of the crowd, they saw you guys live here. Like, it's not the same. You guys not show up. Show up. Show up.
Thanks.
Word.
We are looking forward to being able to get out and play live. It's been you know, guys, everybody here has other things going on and are starting to. This particular project we haven't gotten out yet, but we will. And the single, and the other cool thing is actually I have some like art being designed right now with a friend of mine, Mariah. She does like prints.
Word.
And so there's going to be some prints of corresponding to different songs, and we're going to sell the prints, but we're also going to eventually get them onto some cool things, you know, like t-shirts and bags and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, that stuff's fun, especially if it like actually looks cool and fits the vibe of the album. The album, hopefully late this year, you know.
Say look for singles,
But singles,
and then look for singles, and then those are probably going to accumulate into a bigger project.
Word.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome, man. Like, honestly, I can't wait to hear what you guys have in general just coming out. Like I keep saying, and I understand, you know, obviously I keep hitting the nail on the head with the same statement, but it's like, yo, you guys are amazing. Like I believe that everybody in New Jersey should fucking hear you guys. Not even just New Jersey, just across the world, to be quite honest, because you guys have such a great spirit. You're energetic. You're awesome. You're nice. You're not you're not afraid to sit down with me. I'm a little crazy myself, so.
Oh, man, it's a blast.
But would there be anything you guys would want to just say to you know, the people that are watching, their fan base out there? There's anybody, you know, just let them know anything that's on your mind.
Well, for sure, like, thanks for being here right now. You know, it's like, because this is the first thing where we're sharing the music, you know, a lot of people have just been watching little clips of me playing and things, but showing up for this means a lot. And there's a lot more to come, and like, we want you to be there from the start and be with us for whatever comes, you know, and just have fun with us. And, you know, we want to share this music. I want to share these songs, and that's what we're all here to do, to enhance that and to just make it, you know, be here for you as your, you know, one of your sources of good music. So thanks, guys, and, you know, yeah, follow VTX, follow Jacob Tremont page to stay
Follow
updated.
the whole group. Follow the whole group.
And each of these guys, for sure, because all the projects, we didn't mention a lot of the different things because there's so much to mention, but all these guys are involved in other awesome projects too. So.
Definitely. Well, once again, man, we thank y'all, VTX family at home, for sticking with us and just, you know, enjoying the night. We understand that it has been a very rainy Memorial Day weekend, but at the end of the day, you know what? We're all safe, we're all happy, and the sounds that we've been listening to have been wildly amazing. So, just want to say thank you again for joining us tonight. Thank you to the rest of the band, VTX family, and those that are just tuning in tonight. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. It means so much to us. Just you know, follow up with the other groups and other people that we have coming on here. But once again, man, like I said, you guys are amazing, and it's been an honor to even be here with you guys tonight.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Hey, love y'all. We out. Ah.